We meet again. I know. I'm just as traumatized, okay? I know. But this is a bathroom staple for more Gillians, more Helens, darker skin. It has citric acid and pumice, ground pumice stone, which is a word Siri doesn't even know. Like, Siri is intentionally dumbed down to keep people thinking that AI is like, any day now. Like, I'd say probably 50% of the people you watch on the internet have never existed, except for on your screens. And hilariously, like, you are contributing to their creation. That's so funny to me. Anyway, okay, I forgot what I'm making this video of. Oh, this is the beta test video. And I apologize, y'all, I don't have a lot of time. That is my scarcest resource, and I don't have a choice in making these videos. So I apologize for the quality. You get what you get. And then when I'm done, it's bye-bye time. I'm saying goodbye to Freddie and all this, and I will wish you Godspeed and good luck. I am going to do something very different on YouTube. Okay. One thing that took me a couple of years of torture to realize is that I was the lucky one. I don't know where the camera is. I think it's there. Sorry. I knew probably closer or faster than most people that I was the lucky one. And the reason I was the lucky one is because it wasn't happening to everyone. It was only happening to me, right? For all intents and purposes. I knew this. When this started for me, I had been trying to figure out if Tracy Twyman, the author, was a real person, a deep fake influencer, or just an operator. Because she was definitely in the club in some capacity. When you get hired by Clive Lewis for Ground Zero Radio, which is like broadcasted internationally now, only certain people of a certain bloodline make it that far. Everybody else, like, you can try as hard as you want. You will not get influence and fame unless you are serving their greater agenda. And please remember that when you see channels that are being rewarded by YouTube with views and comments and engagement, when you're lucky, that stuff is harmless. But a lot of the times it's not. A lot of the times it's divisive. And most people still believe that this world is a dog-eat-dog, survival of the fittest, mean, cruel world, and like Mother Nature's a bitch, and Father God in the sky is a psychopath who's killed you 7 times. You keep going back to him. It's like the reason why human beings have situationships and ghosting and domestics and just this harmony in general, a lot of that is because you guys choose to worship a jealous God, a God who admitted he was jealous. And why is he jealous? Because you made him jealous. Because you're jealous. But of what? Of what? What are you jealous of? I know, but I want you to answer. I want you to answer. I always answer. Like, you have the capacity to do all of this on your own. And the fact that you were essentially singled out in a way to be sensitized to Freddie through your own actions by usually doing drugs, but also like taking prescription medication, surgery, exposure to large bodies of water that are just pools of retard dust from the human crop dusting. Again, that is not just, the crop dusting is not, I think the weather modification is a bonus side effect, but this is a technological realm, and it is very easy to hack it if you know what you're doing. Like the sun and the moon, they are living and they are also technology, as are you. It is so much easier to design a robot biologically than it is with what you would consider to be advanced materials, which is just your brainwashing talking. Advanced materials like steel and graphene even are so fucking primitive. Like, we should be figuring out how to stay in a state of energy so nothing can harm us. And travel, figure out teleportation. People do it. Like, listen to those Reddit compilation videos, like glitches in the Matrix, hauntings, all that shit. See where you can see Freddie and see if you can see any Betty, because Betty does pop through here and there. It's just extremely, extremely rare that it happens at all. And also, it's extremely rare that it's happening to you, who is also getting like the fake shit. So anyway, the fact that you have had the time and the resources to learn about what's happening to you, so you know what's happening to you, and you survived the bewilderment stage when the tech and your expectations keep you awake for up to 2 months. Like, I think people have stayed awake for probably up to 3 months. I have a lot of emails that I don't know if the people are real or not. I get way too many emails for the size of my channel, and especially the pathetic jokes I get as views. Like, those numbers are manipulated by YouTube. And I wonder what they really are, because the emails are either organic or not. And typically they are just bullshit, meant to waste your time or sway your thinking or whatever. I think my Neanderthal groups have largely figured out that, number one, I'm harmless and just here to help. And number two, that I don't hate them. I am not an anti-Semite. I think that is a trap, and I think it's dumb. And when you learn the truth, I promise you, when your game is over, you will be thanking them. Because somebody has to play the bad guy when you guys won't accept the reality that it's you. And me. I'm absolutely guilty. And when I tell you I'm not a good person, this is what I mean. I do not ensure that every animal in my vicinity is well cared for. I killed my own children twice because I would never bring a child into this timeline. Ever, never, ever. But I still murdered. Guilty. I broke my grandmother's finger. That was horrible. I can't believe I did that. Like, I have done horrible, horrible things. And I still do horrible things because I'm a lot. You know, ask my husband. He will tell you all about it. I'm a lot for most people, and most people cannot handle me. They can't. And that's why I have to be careful whom I allow into my life. But at any rate, when this started happening to me, I did know that I was lucky because I watched workers in trucks and cranes install the infrastructure for both Freddie and Meta, which is still coming. That's when they bring the internet into your visual field, which it already is. You just don't realize it. I don't know what wearable device they're going to go with. It could be a lotion for all we know. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Just know you're already wearing the wearable device, and if you really wanted to, you could do a Google search. You could visualize a Google search. Tracy Twyman did that. I've done that. That is Freddie. That is Freddie on the layers or levels. Well, actually, they're layers that go up into different brainwave states. By dealing with this shit in advance before the full rollout, you have been given the opportunity to learn, number one, how your own field works, hopefully if you're smart. Two, how Freddie works, because just paying attention to the technology can be tremendously helpful, and you can learn from it. Teach, learn, learn, teach. And 3, you can be helpful to others when they go through this, because why do you think Freddie is everywhere? You see where these things are headed? What humanity does not understand is that the elites do not have the freedom to choose which timelines are triggered. Or, I'm sorry, time streams. They do not have that. That is a huge violation of free will, and they would never do that. So, it is something to consider. And if you have any questions, please ask, because I might be able to answer it. Thank you for listening.